I'm expecting you to know these two because we've done these two before. So a misconception that a lot of you have is that when you have, let's say, c squared equals a squared plus b squared, you seem to think that when you square root both sides, it will then become this, which is not correct, because so your train of thought will be, well, if c squared equals this, then when you square root both sides, you square root the right hand side, and then you can break. You seem to think that you can square root the first and then square root the second with a plus in between, because over here this will be true, because when you square root a, that's the same as you square rooting a and then square rooting b. But it's not true when you have plus, because here you square root a squared, square root b squared, and then you seem to think that this equals a and this equals b. But you see, this is correct, but then this is not correct. Whereas these two are correct. When you have two things multiplying with each other, then yes, you can square root the first, square root the second. But here you've got one thing plus another thing. You can't do this. This is not allowed. And why is it that this is allowed? This is allowed, but when it comes to a plus b, you can't do this. You can't do this. This is not correct. And the reason is because we can use laws of indices to get from here to here. We can use laws of indices to get from here to here. There's no way you can use laws of indices to get from here to here. That's why you can't do this. You see, if you have something like this, let's say c squared equals a squared times b squared, then yes, you can do this. C square root both sides, and then here you've got one block times another. Now when you times, then you can break the two up. So you can square root the first and then square root the second, and then this becomes a, and then this becomes b. So in this case, when it's multiplying, then it can become this. But when it's a plus, you can't do it. Okay.